You see them throwing the chains underneath the steel wheel. That's how they chain it to the track so it won't move. That's what happened to them over in Wyoming.
Second guy down is a reverend. Don't boo him unless you really know where you stand with him.
Be careful, you might hurt his feelings. One of them, anyway.
May 10, 1869. The place is Promontory Summit, Utah. An unlikely spot for the culmination of an undertaking that will mark the ending of the Old West and the beginning of the new. But they have come. The famous and the unknown, the wealthy and the poor, the labor and his boss, the Chinese from the west and the Irish from the east, mingling with the local residents in a strange communion. The gathering is both festive and ancient, awaiting that moment of miracle when a common railroad spike, driven into an ordinary railroad tie, will link a continent. A gentle breeze is blowing under an almost cloudless sky. The thermometer on the shaded side of the Central Pacific Telegraph car registered 69 degrees. Above the babble of voices could be heard the soft hissing of the steam locomotive, which herald the beginning of a new era. A polished tie of laurelwood has been placed in its ceremonial position by the construction superintendents of both railroads. Then Edgar Mills, a wealthy banker and friend of the Central Pacific Railroad officials, steps forward and signals for silence. And so a nation, as well as you spectators gathered here, await as the drama of men's hopes and prayers and dreams begin to unfold on this 10th day of May, 1869. You are here.
Promontory to the country. Bulletin. Keep quiet. The last spike, when the last spike is driven, we will say done. D-O-N-E. Done.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the officials of the world's two greatest railroad companies, the Central Pacific of Sacramento
Here.
and the Union Pacific of Omaha,
Here. Hey.
I bid you welcome. We are met this day to celebrate the completion of a remarkable example of division, determination, and the labor of thousands of men in a union which this day will be consummated forever. We are assembled at Promontory Summit of the Utah Territory. We are assembled today at the boy, I lost it. Oh yeah, to celebrate the completion of a remarkable example of division, determination, and the labor of thousands of men in a union that this day will be consummated forever. We're assembled at Promontory Summit of the Utah Territory to link Europe and Asia with a new travel and commerce, and to join the raw riches of the American West with the finished goods of the industrial East. And yet, we've met with some mixed emotions. Certainly with joy that in a common cause and a united effort, the brains, the muscle, and the sweat of thousands of men have united under the guidance of Almighty God. But it is with profound sorrow that we remember and pay homage to the hundreds of our comrades who lost their lives in the construction of this railroad, so that you and I may stand here and share this sacred occasion. Now, where was it?
Share this sacred occasion. You got the sacred occasion.
Okay, now, in addition to the officials of the Union Pacific and the Central Pacific who are taking part in this ceremony, I'm pleased to acknowledge the presence of dignitaries from many of our nation's other great railroad companies. For instance, this gentleman right over here is from the Chicago and Rock Island Railroad. The gentleman right over here in the straw hat is from the Hannibal and St. Joseph Railroad across the great state of Missouri. There's a gentleman right over here from the Mississippi and Missouri Railroad that goes across the state of Iowa. We're also pleased to have newspaper reporters and journalists from many of our nation's other great cities. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look to my right and your left, in their beautiful new uniforms and shiny brass instruments, is the brass band from the 10th Ward of the Mormon Church from Salt Lake City. They've been providing the musical entertainment. Let's give them a nice round. And if you'll please look on the other side of the railroad tracks, standing at ease are 4 companies of the 21st Infantry Regiment, their regimental band, and their commander, Major Milton Cogswell. Ladies and gentlemen, these boys in blue are among the very first transcontinental passengers. Having boarded on the East Coast, they will fill Mr. Lincoln's dream to be able to reinforce a garrison on the West Coast in 2 weeks. Major Cogswell tells me they're going to try to do it in 10 days. 10 days. Now, from the Utah territories, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to acknowledge the presence of Bishop John Sharp, who's representing the Prophet Brigham Young. Bishop John Sharp. I see you brought a couple of your wives with you this morning. And I believe the mayor of Ogden City, Mayor Lauren Farr, where are you? Right here. Well, he's got 2 wives with him too. 3 wives with him. Now, ladies and gentlemen, of utmost importance here today is our telegraph operator. Now, through the miracle of electricity and these little tiny copper wires which you see here, our telegrapher is able to keep the whole nation, actually the whole world, informed of these proceedings as they transpire. Someday we'll call that live coverage. Yes, sir. I'd like you to welcome Mr. W.M. Schilling. Mr. Schilling is the chief telegrapher of the Ogden Western Union office. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to unite us all in prayer, may I introduce a man who's traveled many weary miles to be with us today, the Reverend John Todd of Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Reverend Todd.
Bulletin. Almost ready. Hats off. Prayer is being offered.
Our Father in God and our Father God, God of creation, God of providence, maker of heaven and earth. Lord, we are gathered here this day upon the height of the continent to pay homage to thy wonderful name. We ask thy blessings upon us here assembled and upon thy people everywhere. That peace may flow as a gentle stream, and that this mighty enterprise may be unto thee as the Atlantic of thy strength and the Pacific of thy love, through Jesus, our Redeemer. Amen. Amen.
Bulletin. We've got done praying. The spike is about to be presented.
Thank you, Reverend Todd. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to introduce a fellow resident of Sacramento, California, Dr. Harvey W. Harkness. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Harkness is here to present not one, but two ceremonial spikes. One of these spikes he will give to Thomas Durant, the Vice President of the Union Pacific. The other spike he will give to Leland Stanford, the President of the Central Pacific. And they will then carefully place those spikes into pre-drilled holes in the Laurelwood crosstie. But ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake here. These are ordinary spikes. These spikes are made of pure California gold.
Gentlemen of the Pacific Railroad, and those of you who have met with us, the last spike needed to unite the Atlantic and the Pacific by a new line of trade and commerce is about to be driven to its place. To perform this act, the East and the West have come together. Never since history commenced her record of human events has man been called upon to meet the completion of a work so magnificent in contemplation and so marvelous in execution. California, within whose borders and by whose citizens the Pacific Railroad was inaugurated, desires to express her appreciation of the vast importance to her and her sister states of the great enterprise which by joint action is about to be consummated. From her mines of gold she has forged a spike. From her laurel woods she has hewn a tie. By the hands of her citizens she offers them to become part of this great highway which is about to unite her in closer fellowship with her sisters of the Atlantic. From her bosom was taken the first soil. Let hers be the last tie and the last spike. And with them accept the hopes and wishes of her people, that the success of your enterprise will not stop short of its brightest promise. In conclusion, I should like to draw your attention to this spike, the gift of David Hughes of San Francisco. On its head is inscribed the last spike. On 3 sides, the names of railroad officials, and on the 4th side, this sentence: May God continue the unity of our country as this railroad unites the 2 great oceans of the world.
Thank you, Dr. Harkness. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to introduce Mr. F.A. Tridle. Mr. Tridle is the United States Government Railroad Commissioner for the state of Nevada. And he is here to present a beautiful, highly polished silver spike from the state of Nevada from the finest Comstock lode. Commissioner.
Thank you. From the iron of the east to the gold of the west, Nevada presents her link of silver that has spanned the continent and wed the ocean. Bakers.
Thank you, Commissioner Tridle. By the way, I forgot to mention, Commissioner Tridle is also running for governor for the state of Nevada, and he would sure appreciate it if you'd vote for him at least once. We're highly honored today, ladies and gentlemen, with the presence of the Honorable Anson P.K. Safford, who is the newly appointed governor of the Arizona Territory. Governor Safford has kindly extended his travels just to be with us today and to make a presentation of a gold and silver spike on behalf of the Arizona Territory. Governor Stafford.
Ribbed with iron and clad with silver and crowned with gold, Arizona presents her offering to the enterprise that has banded the continent and dedicated the pathway to commerce.
Thank you, gentlemen. And now, ladies, it's not only my duty, but my honor and great privilege to introduce a man of vision, a humanitarian, and a man who's highly esteemed by those of us who are fortunate enough to call him our friend. He is a Californian whose vision and farsightedness have contributed in great measure to the success of this vast enterprise. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the president of the Central Pacific Railroad Company, Governor Leland Stanford.
Thank you, gentlemen. The Pacific Railway Companies accept with pride and satisfaction these golden and silver tokens of your appreciation of the importance of our enterprise to the material interest of the sections which you represent on this occasion. Indeed, the material interest of the whole nation, east and west, north and south. These gifts shall receive a fitting place in the superstructure of our road. But before driving the last spike in completion of the Pacific Railway, allow me to express the hope that the great appreciation which you are pleased to attach to our undertaking will be in all respects fully realized. That this line of rails, connecting the Atlantic and Pacific and affording to commerce a new transit, will prove, we trust, the speedy forerunners of increased facilities. Ladies and gentlemen, the day may not be far distant when 3 tracks, yes, I said 3 tracks, will be necessary to accommodate the commerce and travel which will seek transit across the continent. At that time, freight will move only one way on each track and at rates of speed that will answer all demands of cheapness and time. Cars and engines will be light or heavy depending on the weight desired and the speed to be accomplished. In conclusion, let me add that we hope to do ultimately that which is now impossible on long lines. That is, transport heavy, coarse, and cheap material over all distances at living rates to the trade. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Stanford, for those astute and very timely remarks. Ladies, I really didn't understand much of what he was talking about. Living rates to the trade and such, I don't know. I did pick up on one thing, and that is he's predicting 3 transcontinental tracks, 3 routes.
Yes, sir.
Can you believe that? Well, maybe it's not so far-fetched. We have a Central Pacific, right? We have a Union Pacific. Could you envision a Southern Pacific?
There's nobody down there.
Well, then how about a Northern Pacific?
Absolutely nobody up there.
All right. Well, I'm stalling, as you can well tell, because our next speaker Dr. Durant has retired to his private car. He tells me he's got a severe headache, but I believe it's self-inflicted. However, in his absence, called on the chief engineer of the Union Pacific, also Civil War hero, General Grenville Dodge.
Gentlemen, the great senator from Missouri, Thomas Hart Benton, has proposed that a large statue of Columbus be erected on the highest peak of the Rocky Mountains, pointing to the west, denoting a great route across this continent. Today, that prophecy is a fact. This is a way west to India.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's just about time for the moment that you've all been waiting for, the driving of the last spike.
Well, let's get on with it.
If you'd quit talking, we'd have had it drove.
We are right on schedule, sir. We're right on schedule. Thank you. We do have one last presentation, which will be made by Mr. L.W. Coe. Mr. Coe is the president of the Pacific Union Express Company, and he is here to present a beautiful, highly polished, silver-plated spike ball. Mr. Coe.
Gentlemen of the Union Pacific Railroad, the Pacific Union Express Company desires to express their appreciation of your enterprise and have expressed this silver hammer expressly for this occasion.
Gentlemen, just happened.
Thank you, Mr. Coe. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived. Mr. Schilling, our telegrapher, just informed me that Boston and New Orleans have sent a wire and are standing by. And of course, all across our great nation, folks are standing by and waiting for Mr. Schilling to give the signal that the last spike has been driven. The last spike, ladies and gentlemen, is a common iron spike driven into an everyday cross tie. When that spike has been driven, Mr. Schilling will tap out done, D-O-N-E. That signal will fire a cannon remotely from here at Fort Point in San Francisco. You probably won't hear it. It will release the magnetic ball inside the dome of our nation's capital. It will set off fire alarms in countless cities, and I'll bet you that back in Philadelphia, the Liberty Bell will ring again. Governor Stanford, Dr. Durant, are you two gentlemen ready to drive that last spike?
I believe we're ready. Ready, sir?
All right, let's get on with it.
Bulletin. All ready now. 12:40 p.m. Dr. Durant has just adjusted the spike. The spike will soon be driven. The signal will be 3 dots for the commencement of the blows.
Right on, Governor.
Let's finish this railroad.
Don't kill it,
Hey, get close, Governor. That's right behind. Harder than luck. I'm not sure I could do much better.
Can you even see it, Doctor?
Of course.
Yeah, hit the one in the middle, right, Doc? Can we get a railroad man up here? A railroad man will finish this up. There we are.
Promontory to the country. Bulletin, D-O-N-E, done.
Ladies and gentlemen, henceforth, there is but one Pacific Railroad of the United States of America.
Here. Promontory to President Ulysses Simpson Grant, Washington, D.C. Promontory Summit, Utah, Territory, May 10th, 1869, 12:50 p.m. Mr. President, the last rail is laid, the last spike is driven, the Pacific Railroad is completed to a junction 1,086 miles west of Missouri River and 690 miles east of Sacramento City. Signed, Leland Stanford, President of the Central Pacific Railroad, Thomas Durant, Sidney Dillon, John Duff of the Union Pacific Railroad.
3 cheers for the Union Pacific Railroad. Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
Hip, hip.
Oh, doctor, we can do better than that.
We're going to give it a try. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's give 3 cheers for the Central Pacific. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Well done.
At that moment, one era ended and another began. The Golden Spike became a symbol of hope for a better way of life, with new challenges yet to be conquered. We thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for being with us today, and have a safe journey wherever you might go. I could point out one railroad trivia. The telegrapher said we are 1,086 miles west of Omaha, Nebraska, 690 miles east of Sacramento. If you add those together, you get 1776.
I doubt that anybody will ever forget that trivia. I want to thank all of you for coming here today. We are going to ask the cast to line up in front of the locomotive so you can all have a Kodak moment. I'd like to remind you that these folks do these reenactments every Saturday from May through September and into October. Every Saturday and for special occasions. They get nothing for doing this, and they're worth every penny of it.
Nice.